Howdy yo and welcome to Rauta's Reviews. And this time we are going to talk about some Turkish band. Turkish band that sounds so goddamn Swedish that this could be actually coming from Sweden. This is a band from the 90s, now with the second album. This one is called Cidesphere with Dawn of a New Epoch. Now, this is an interesting band because it already indeed started in the late 90s, came out with the first album early 2000s, and then there has been quite a pause between the band. Now, this is a super glossy cover. As you can see, light is reflecting so much that the sunlight which is almost technically speaking summer here, is gonna make this a little bit hard for you to show with these reflections. And as you can see, this one is a pretty big inlay in terms of not being actually a booklet in terms of, pages, but more like this big slide with the cover image, then the credits, special greetings, thanks to recording information, and the band image. And this is how this album looks like. Actually pretty neat. There is something what I usually favor with the more, not so glossy covers, but I don't know, this has this kind of a futuristic feeling, if you know what I mean. Not for everybody, not that everybody even cares, but just worth mentioning. And also what is worth mentioning, now that I once got this idea in my head with this name, Cidesphere, I really can't stop thinking it's cider sphere. I'm thinking about, apple ciders and pear ciders when we have so much warmth coming with summer. But anyway, this is how the album looks, and it's time to talk about this band coming from Turkey with melodic death metal. Now, as you can see here in the metal cups, there is this reason why the band didn't exactly do anything after early 2000s until rather lately with this 2020 album, because the band was on hiatus for more than 10 years. And it seems with 2017 the band came back, and this is the result of that being a rather good, interesting release in the terms of melodic death metal. And when I say melodic death metal, I mean specifically two bands from Sweden. Mostly At the Gates, which then again has these kind of a trashier parts also, but also Amon Amarth, which is mostly known when it's Viking-themed melodic death metal. Now, both of these are definitely something that could be considered like cornerstones of Swedish melodic-driven death metal, because they both have strong, growlier, even though At the Gates has a little bit raspier, more grunting kind of vocals, but still they have their roots deep into death metal territory. After all, At the Gates started with very, very basic, traditional death metal, and Amon Amarth always did its more melodic counterpart, but both have more death metal orientation, more death metal rooting than so-called melodic death metal bands, which are sometimes very just melodic metal without death metal growly or even riffs or production supporting that kind of idea. And Cidesphere is exactly continuing where Amon Amarth kind of left off, and definitely incorporating some of the At the Gates riffs here and there, and in my opinion they do it rather well. Actually, the irony is this: whenever Cidesphere is sounding less original with its style and sounding more and more of these Swedish bands like carbon copy kind of a ways, that's where the band is its strongest. That's where the strong point is, doing exactly what these Swedish bands are doing. I mean, not only individual riffs here and there, but just the overall feeling with production, vocals, and everything like that. When, on the other hand, the band goes a little bit different direction with its rather, say, more original style, that's where the band is its weakest. Not that it is weak at any point, but more like going towards lukewarm, just decent kind of a release. Now, overall, in my opinion, Dawn of a New Epoch, partially because of its 41 minutes length, partially because of songwriting, is pretty decent album to go. I wouldn't go as far as to say 79%. It's not 8 out of 10 album for me, but it's still quite a decent listening experience, and I gave this multiple spins without getting bored at all. Now my point is, there are some weaker parts, but they are not weak enough to ruin the experience. So if your cup of tea lies among bands such as Amon Amarth, At the Gates, or more, even more Swedish kind of a death metal with melodic touch, this is definitely right up your alley. Good production, solid release, give it a go if you think this is the style you're looking for. Once again, if you like the reviews, hit that subscribe button and even the alert me when a new video pops up kind of a thing. And thank you for watching, looking forward to your comments. Take care, bye bye.